Getting to know your friends and neighbors, this is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Ashton Oberzinski and Kale Zomer up in the WBEV studio with you this morning. And Hometown Today is presented to you by our friends over at Professional Floor Covering. Professional Floor Covering is an Abbey Design Center located at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam. They are locally owned, and Randy and his team are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, and window finishings. It's so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. Speaking of cabinetry, you want your kitchen cabinetry to not only look beautiful, but to last for years to come. You can partner with top brands to offer unrivaled quality and craftsmanship. From traditional to modern kitchen cabinets, their cabinetry team is here to help inspire and create your dream kitchen. Visit PROFLR.com for all your needs. And we are very excited this morning to welcome in the Horicon Marsh Education and Visitor Center. We have Jeff Balls, the president of the Horicon Marsh Bird Club, and Liz Hersman, the wildlife educator for the DNR at the Horicon Marsh. Marsh, how are you both today?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Well, before we get into all the exciting events that you both have coming up in May, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got involved over at the Marsh?
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I like birds. So, been president of the Horicon Marsh Bird Club for a long time. Got into birds. I grew up on a farm, so I would always go with my dad, walk around the farm, take a look at the crops, take a look at the wildlife. He was a hunter, fisher, trapper, all outdoors. And so I kind of followed in his footsteps. He always said, being a hunter and fisher is if you take, you must give back. So you must do something for the wildlife. You must do something for the habitat. So that's always kind of stuck with me. And I'd love to hunt ducks, still do. So in the springtime, when the ducks came back, I'd always look at them and, they're so beautiful. And then I start noticing other birds. I'm like, those are pretty cool. And next thing you know, it's year round and and gone from there.
So what has been do you have any really fun or cool standout stories of a bird that you saw and was like, wow, I've been searching for this or anything?
Yeah, well, when I was about 14, 15 years old, we had our woods logged off, and I was out there cutting some of the old down stuff for firewood, and it was early May, and all of a sudden I just started looking up and like, gosh, there's all these little bitty birds around, and then you look at them, they're so colorful, and my parents, gave me a bird book when I was really little, and paging through that, like, oh my God, these are these warblers that are in this whole section, and it was kind of. It was one of those moments that, it was kind of remember, and it was a big step at that point.
Yeah, that's where the love started, right? Yeah. And Liz, what about you?
Sure. So I'm the wildlife educator for the DNR at Horicon Marsh and been there about 16 years now. But I grew up in the Chicago area, so a little bit different than here in Dodge County. But I did have a family that loved being outdoors. We went camping often as a family and really just enjoyed spending time in nature. And so when an opportunity came available up here at Horicon to become assistant educator, I jumped at it. And Jeff actually works for the DNR as well as a trails and maintenance guy. We started on the same day. So I was not a birder when I came to Horicon, which is kind of funny because you really have to be if you work there. I mean, people are coming from literally across the world to come look at birds at Horicon Marsh. And so I had some amazing mentors that literally took me under their wing for a long time. And I feel like I have gone just about full bird nerd now. And, it's a huge part of what we do at Horicon Marsh all throughout the season, even in the winter. People are coming to look for birds, and we love to be able to share that knowledge with them and share that experience and share that joy as well of just finding different birds that are out there that you might not be able to find in other parts of the state.
Yeah, I had no idea that people came from all over to see the birds at the Horicon Marsh.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what, like, both of your days to day is like? Because I feel like it's definitely not one and the same, I bet.
It is 100% not.
No. Mine is more outdoor trails and grounds, some things I'm responsible for. The trails, the boardwalk that we have there. I also assist in manage some things with Liz, support the wildlife education department. So if they need something fixed or built, and every so often, if I'm good, they let me interact with the public, and it's mainly bird related things because that's my expertise. And as a group and a staff, we all kind of have our little expertise. We have somebody that's really knowledgeable on plants and gardening, and others are insects, and others are geology, and Liz is kind of birds and a little bit of everything. And so it's a really cool place to we get some people that drop some things off once in a while. Or look at, send us pictures like, what is this? Like, and we all kind of get together and I'm like, I think it's this and that. And so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. And Liz, what about you?
It all depends on the season. But yes, every day is very different. Right now we're in spring, which means it's birds and school groups. So we have actually a school group that should be arriving at the education center right about now that one of my other staff members is going to be working with. We do a lot of programs for the general public as well throughout the year. There's a building to maintain, obviously, so that's a lot of my workload as well. And then just managing our staff and our scheduling to make sure that we're offering a nice variety of programming to everybody out there, because we know, a lot of people come to Horicon Marsh for the birds, clearly, but there are many other reasons that people come as well. And so we like to have a nice smorgasbord of offerings of programs for people, so it really kind of hits on different interests and different availability and different accessibility for the marsh as well. And so we'll be rolling out some of our summer programming hopefully in the next couple of weeks, so people can keep an eye out for some different activities that we'll have going on. And we love just showcasing why people come to the marsh, which is a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about that in a bit here.
Yes.
But before we do that, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the events coming up. That's next on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
It's great to see you again, Randy. You're my best friend, and I have more flooring troubles for you to solve. I purchased a second lakefront property with my massive wealth, and it could use your professional touch, but I'm almost embarrassed for you to see them.
Relax, Wally. This is a judgment-free zone. We're here for you if you need new floors, but I'm not going to hug you.
These floors make me uncomfortable, Randy. I feel like they're judging me.
Well, let's turn that judgment into jealousy. At Professional Floor Covering in Beaver Dam, we've got carpet, hardwood, laminate, LVP, ceramic, you just name it. We'll measure, help you design, keep it all within budget, whether you're a big shot like Wally or the average Joe.
And I think I'll have you look at my kitchen and bathroom while you're there, too.
That sounds great, Wally. To give your floor a fresh start to the season, just visit PROFLR.com or our showroom in Beaver Dam. Let the team at Professional Floor Covering turn your frustrations into fascination today.
McGill brings home the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Trevor McGill with a 1-2-3 ninth, and the Brewers have won 8 straight.
And the pitch. Fly ball is hit into center field. Going back on it, Perkins. Still back on the run. Sprinting, lunging, diving. And he caught it with a backhand. Blake Perkins. He saved 2 runs with an incredible catch.
This is Lane Grindle. Your home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball is 95.3 WBEV.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Our Memorial Day sale is going on now, and it's our biggest one of all summer. Make sure that you stop in and get some amazing deals on all of your sleep needs. No one sells Sealy for less than us. Our Sealy wintergreen mattress in the queen size is only $399. Or the Safa Park Firm Queen Size Mattress is on sale for $499. Now, if you need some adjustment in your life to make sure that you're more comfortable and pain-free, check out this amazing $999 Sealy Posturepedic mattress with free adjustable base. You heard it right, free adjustable base. No one sells Sealy for less than us. Take advantage of Purple discounts and save up to $1,500 on mattresses and power base. Save 40% off of select Nectar mattresses and get in-store bonus spending cash on Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and Stearns & Foster's qualifying mattresses with 72 months interest-free financing. Stop in and save big during our Memorial Sale going on right now at Slumberland Furniture, Beaver Dam, and Watertown.
Now at Leroy's, your old-fashioned meat market in Fox Lake, Horicon, and Ripon. Last chance to grab the spring bundle, all for just $100. Get ground chuck, sirloin grill steaks, brats, all-American patties, bone-in country-style ribs, boneless chicken breasts and thighs, and thick-cut boneless pork chops. Also get stuffed chicken breasts, including asparagus pepper jack, broccoli cheddar, mild rice mushroom, and traditional stuffing for $4.99 a pound. Grill some prime-grade whole beef brisket for $7.49 a pound, or 8-ounce bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets for $6 each. Try the entree of the week, chicken Alfredo with penne and broccoli for $7.99 each. Burger of the week, 1/3 pound prime rib patty for $3 each. And the worst of the week, mango habanero or French onion brats, $6.50 for a 4-pack. Saturday, May 2nd is the Horicon Brat Fry with the Horicon PTO and Fox Lake Barbecue Shack. Another Brat Fries on the 3rd in Fox Lake with the MPTC Radiography Club. Remember, no one beats Leroy Meats.
Hey, this is Randy from Professional Floor Covering, welcoming you back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV. And today we are talking with the Horicon Marsh Education and Visitor Center. We have Jeff and Liz with us. And you both have some exciting events coming up in May. Can you talk about what's going on with the Bird Festival?
We certainly can. So we are Wisconsin's oldest bird festival. I think we are rolling on
29.
29? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, 29 years. It's always Mother's Day weekend. So this year it runs from May 8th to the 10th. We pride ourselves in having a bunch of different experiences. All levels are welcome. Whether you're a beginner, nobody starts out as an expert. You know, the only place you start on top is digging a ditch.
I love that.
So all levels are welcome. We run it this year's Friday through Monday. Actually, we do have one little trip on Monday, but so we have. Some of our partners are Wisconsin DNR, the Horicon Marsh Bird Club, Blue Heron Landing, Boat Tours, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and Marsh Haven Nature Center. So they all have varying degrees and different programs throughout the Bird Festival that they will have there. So go on Horicon Marsh Bird Festival or Horicon Marsh birdclub.com to get the details on that. But we do have bus trips. Most of those at this point now are already sold out. Pontoon trips through the Blue Heron Landing. You better get those now. I know Saturday was sold out, and I think Sunday afternoon was getting close.
Okay.
And we have, regular hikes, some hikes that are free from our education center, and those are on Saturday. So we try to offer something for all levels and skills, and our bus trips are kind of geared a little bit more towards the advanced and expert birders, to give them the greatest number of variety of birds. Liz does some great introduction to birding, basically, how to use binoculars properly and things, and just a few of the basics to get people started, and then turn them loose and go from there.
I'm seeing on the sheet right now, Dabblers and divers.
Yeah. So you know what those are?
No.
Those are ducks.
Really?
Yes. So ducks are divided into two types of ducks. There are dabblers, which are you would probably associate with mallards.
Okay.
So you may see them, around, and they tip up, and their cute little butts are there, and that's how they feed. That is their feeding strategy. Those are dabblers. They're dabbling to feed. Divers do the opposite. So they dive underneath the water to feed. So that's how we divide the ducks in different groups. So,
interesting. I had no idea there's a difference. And I really like the names of they're very clever. The birds and beers, that's awesome. Screeches, squats, and squeals, that's awesome. Absolutely batty. You got to talk about that one.
Yeah, so that'll be at Marsh Haven Nature Center. They have, I don't know how many different bats they have there, but they do have some non-releasable captive bats that we'll have on display. Wow. Hey, they fly, so they're almost birds, even though they are mammals. They are mammals. But it's something interesting that we can add for that. So.
Very interesting. And yes, you said this was May 8th through the 10th. And if anybody wants more information, they can go online, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Horicon Marsh Bird Club or Horicon Marsh Bird Festival.
Awesome. Easy enough. And then what else? I know we have a flower sale coming up as well.
We do.
Awesome.
So, it kind of goes hand in hand because a lot of times the birds that we love watching, they need food. And one of the ways that they can get that is from native plants. And so we offer a native plant sale. We've been doing this for, 10, 11, 12, 13 years. It's been a while. At the Education Center, it will be Saturday, May 16th from 9:30 to 1. And basically we partner with a native plant nursery named Bombas. They're out in southern part of Wisconsin, and they bring up a huge variety of native plants for all different areas. So they could be shade plants, they could be sun plants, they could be plants that need drier soil, plants that need wetter soil, so that just about anything you might have on your property or in your yard, we potentially have plants for you. And so the goal is to get these native plants in people's hands. These plants are adapted for our climate. They don't need a ton of maintenance once they are established. And many of our insects are adapted for these plants, and they will feed on them. We call them host plants. And the more insects that you have in your yard, good insects, maybe not as many mosquitoes, these are the good ones, right? And they are a wonderful food source for birds. Many of our birds, when they have young and they are feeding their young, they're not feeding them seeds from your bird feeder. They are feeding them strictly insects. And so the more insects you have in your yard, the better potential you have for raising young baby birds in your yard as well. And native plants can help with that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how the birds and the plants, now it all makes sense.
So all the insects that then eat off those native plants. And so we love being able to host this because native plants sometimes are harder to find in a lot of the larger, big box stores, or they're not the true native variety. And so we love this company, Bombas. They've been amazing with us. And they keep it as affordable as possible. For future reference, we also have a pre-order sale. So if you're looking to order larger amounts of plants, we do that before the sale. So next year that will be an option for folks. But this year folks can come in and just peruse. They'll also have some different shrubs available as well that are native shrubs. And it's just a great way to talk to local experts as well about native plants. If you don't know where to start, they can help you with that as well. If you know your space and like what kind of sun you get and what kind of soil you have, they can point you in the right direction of what types of plants to get.
Wow, and you said May 16th?
Correct.
9:30 to
1 or 1:30, I believe.
And then
get there early if you want a specific species, because things do sell out quickly, especially things like the milkweeds or the yellow coneflowers. A lot of the heavy hitters they can potentially sell out fairly quickly. So definitely get there earlier if you can. And that'll be at the Horicon Marsh Education and Visitor Center, so the one located on Highway 28, down just between Horicon and Mayville.
Awesome. We only have a few minutes left. So can you remind everybody about the Bird Festival and anything else they should know before we head out?
Well, like I said, we do have a lot of different events. We're going to have some cool stuff for the kids there as well. Wildlife Olympics or Bird Olympics. Bird
That's
Lab.
awesome.
Bird laboratory. Yep.
Bird laboratory. So we have a old volleyball net that the kids are the birds, so they will be run in and get caught in the net, and then they come out, and then we measure different like wingspan of the kids, and maybe like measure like the tarsal, which is a leg length. How fit are they? You know, can they do certain things? And then we put a little. This all goes down on a card, like you would record banding data, and then we have these little slap bracelets that go on the kids.
Oh, I love a good slap bracelet.
And it's you band it at Horicon Marsh, and they get the certificate and everything, and it teaches them kind of the process. Of
In a
bird
fun way.
banding, in a fun way, and the scientific reasons behind it. So.
That's awesome. Well, very good. And May 8th through the 10th, make sure you get out to the Horicon Marsh Bird Festival. And May 16th is the flower sale. But thank you both so much for being here today. And we look forward to hearing all about how all the events go.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Of course. And we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's Question of the Week. That's next on Hometown Today.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. A key inflation gauge showed that prices jumped to their highest point in 3 years, up 3.5% last month from a year ago. But ABC's Jim Ryan says weekly jobless numbers dropped to their lowest point since 1969.
The peak in weekly initial filings for unemployment benefits came at the height of the pandemic, when 6 million applications were submitted. By November of 2021, a recovery was underway, but weekly claims have remained above 200,000 for nearly 4 years. With companies focused on retaining employees rather than laying them off, the figure plummeted last week to 189,000.
Iran's supreme leader, in a message today, vowed to protect the country's nuclear program, which President Trump says Iran must abandon. State officials in Louisiana say they're going to postpone next month's primary in order to redraw congressional maps. That follows the Supreme Court's decision Wednesday to invalidate Louisiana's second majority black district. This is ABC News.
Hey, it's Stacy from Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stay tuned to my friends here at 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge, live from the Slumberland Furniture Studio.
Now this news update on Wisconsin Radio Network. I'm Ted Allen. Blue Mountains-based Ridgeland Farms, which for years has bred beagles for medical testing, is selling over 1,000 of the dogs to Florida-based Big Dog Ranch Rescue. As part of a legal settlement, Ridgeland agreed to surrender its Wisconsin dog breeding license by July 1st, ending sales of beagles for research. Marathon County Town of Ringo Fire Chief Chris Kielman says 24 homes remain uninhabitable from an April 17th EF3 tornado as recovery efforts in the community continue. Kielman says progress continues to be made on cleanup and that it's a lot better than it was 10 days ago. In a downtown Madison building that once housed state agencies could move into private hands, Madison-based Landmark Development offered a $10 million bid for the 1 Wilson Street State Office building in Madison. The Department of Administration will ask the State Building Commission to review the offer. Ted Allen, Wisconsin Radio Network News.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
Tell me about it. Did you have any idea that was going on?
None. I mean, you saw Derek at the game last night, too. Did you have a clue?
No, but you know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do. Kids hear first about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
It can be hard to tell sometimes, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, bullying, violence, anything, you need to tell an adult. Mom or me, a teacher, coach, school counselor, someone you know and trust.
Dad, no kid is gonna tell an adult about that kind of stuff.
I get it, but if we don't know, we can't help. Speaking up about a problem, that's what helping a friend is all about.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
In sports, the Brewers dropped a 6-2 decision to Arizona last night at American Family Field. Jake Bowers and Bryce Terang drove in runs for the Crew. Brandon Sprode Pitched pretty well, but took the loss. Series wraps up this afternoon. The rubber match gets going at 12:40, 12:05, the broadcast time on 95.3. Brandon Woodruff gets the nod for Milwaukee. Packers continue their offseason work with a rookie minicamp this weekend. It'll run Friday through Sunday with their 6 draft picks and selected undrafted free agents. The NBA, Detroit, Cleveland, and Houston were winners. The NHL, Philly knocked out Pittsburgh. Montreal, a winner over Tampa, and Vegas goes up 3-2 on Utah. A couple of high school baseball games last night. You can find the results at DailyDodge.com. No broadcast today, but all the Beaver Dam teams sans track are in action. We'll have high school softball Friday. Beaver Dam and West Bend West on Daily Dodge TV. That's your Daily Dodge Sports Center. I'm Wade Bates on 95.3 WBEV.
Hosting a community event or just looking for something fun to do in our area? Visit the events page on DailyDodge.com. Presented by Watertown Regional Medical Center.
Rain showers likely today, otherwise cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. Daytime highs approaching 51. Northwesterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain showers tonight, lows dip down to about 33, partly cloudy. Slight chance of rain showers tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 50. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Right now, 42.
WBEV is turning up the heat with the Broad Fry Summer Sweepstakes presented by Newman Pools and Hometown Glass and Improvement. Stop by participating Broad Fries and grab your stamp card. Earn a stamp at each event. No purchase necessary. Fill all 5 and you're entered to win. Become one of 3 guaranteed winners for chances at a $4,000 grand prize, plus $750 and $250 winnings as well. The drawing is September 3rd at the Hometown Glass and Improvement Broad Fry. Brats, summer, and big cash. Don't miss out.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You've heard it before. Better pizza, better ingredients? Papa John's. Make it your way and enjoy. While you're at Park Village Shopping Center grabbing that Papa John's pie, head on over to Baskin-Robbins. Seriously, pizza and ice cream? Perfect together. Heck, they have 31 flavors to pick from, and you are bound to find your new favorite. Did you know the best $6 meal deal is at Dunkin'? Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, hash browns, and coffee, hot or iced, any time of day. Dunkin' does it right. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center. You should too.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, making sure you don't miss what's happening in your hometown. It's Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Kale, how are we?
I'm fantastic. I'm doing great. Trying to get back in the routine after we kind of went off script yesterday with the dessert auction, which was awesome. That 2 hours flew by.
Yeah, we did dessert auction
it was
yesterday.
Like
it was chaotic,
that.
but
It
a lot
was
of fun.
it was so awesome, and thank you to everybody who donated some of those amazing desserts. Thanks to everybody who bid, and ended up raising a little over $2,400 for the Good Comer Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. So that was super, super exciting, and I know we've had quite a few people already stop by and pick up their desserts that they won. If you haven't yet, you can pick that up today until 4 p.m. Here at our offices, 100 Bill McCullum Way in Beaver Dam. So come on out and grab those. We only got a few left that need to be picked up, so people have been great, and a huge help. 18 local nonprofit organizations that benefit from the Children's Radiothon, including Marsh Haven Nature Center, which is, of course, going to be part of the Bird Fest activity, so that'll be fun. But it is Thursday, Ashley, and that means it is time for our question of the week the week. And this week's question is kind of a fun one. It is, what is something that you learned embarrassingly late in life that you wish you would have known sooner? So do you want me to go first, or do you want to give yours first?
I'll give mine first.
Okay, you go ahead first. Ladies first.
I didn't realize SOL meant blank out of luck. Until I worked here. And I'm pretty sure Charlie and Wally I thought it meant you're solo. I didn't realize it meant like sheet out of luck.
That
yeah,
you're
it was
solo?
outrageous.
That you're solo. Interesting.
Yep.
That must have made for, if you thought that's what it was, you must have been pretty confused in some conversations in your life.
Yeah, and I would use it, just be like, yeah, I'm SOL. I just thought I was like riding solo.
That's
wow,
like
I was out of luck.
that's like the text message chain that went around a few years ago that went viral. That this girl was on a chain with like her mom and somebody else, and got a text like, "Hey, sweetie, sorry to tell you, but your grandma died. LOL."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Mom, why did you say LOL?" Mom thought it meant lots of love.
My Nana still does, I think. Or at least one of my Nana's friends did. Somebody died, and my Nana put us all in a group chat, and someone responded with, like, so sorry, LOL. People were like, uh-oh. Someone needs to tell her that.
Yeah, that's definitely taken out of context. That reminds me, too, by the way, I love this trend that's been going around of people taking their text chains and putting it into AI and turning them into a song. There are some really funny ones, some really inappropriate ones that I would love to play, but I absolutely cannot. So I was thinking on this because I know there's been a number of times that I have had realized something way late in life and gone, I am so embarrassed. So and I was trying to think. I know there was one recently, and I could not think of it. But there was three that kind of came to mind that are kind of embarrassing. So first one, and I'm curious to see if you knew any of these. So first one was, I didn't know until I was a homeowner for probably 2 or 3 years that your washing machine has a filter that you need to clean.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you two know that?
I did.
It was
mostly
what?
A
because it's
washing
been
machine
clogged before.
has a filter?
Oh.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
They can get filled up with change.
Yeah,
and
they
quit
do,
working.
actually. It's funny because I discovered it by accident, basically, because we were having an issue with the washing machine, and I was like, all right, what could be wrong? So I was doing some research online. It's like, oh, that's commonly a problem when you haven't cleaned the filter for a while. I'm like, no, I asked about the washing machine, not the dryer. I know the dryer has. And,
yeah, I knew the dryer had a filter.
Yeah, it turns out the washer has a filter. Like on the front load, I have a front load. It's like down in the corner. There's like a little thing you pop off, and then there's a lid. But you got to have a bucket underneath because there's water that stays down there. And so, yeah, you got to clean that out once in a while. One of my other ones, until I was probably, I don't know, 26, 27, 28 years old, I had always said, quote, for all intensive purposes. That is wrong.
That is wrong.
It's all intents and purposes. Not
what's
all
like one of the
purposes.
Oh, open sesame. It's not like sesame. It says me.
Yes, open sesame. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And then finally, I don't even know how old I was. Probably 30. That I discovered. This one's kind of embarrassing, actually.
Uh-oh.
Narwhals are a real thing. Those are not fictional animals.
Yes.
They're super cool.
They actually exist. Was completely convinced. Had watched the movie Elf, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Those fake animals, narwhals. And then somebody's like, what did you just say? I'm like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if narwhals were real? Kale, I don't know how to tell you this, but narwhals are real.
I think it took me a while to accept that barracudas were real.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that
I don't know
knew
why. I always thought that was fictional.
For some reason, I knew that from a young age. I don't know why. Well, people online are sharing some of their things that they learned embarrassingly late in life, and some of these are pretty funny. So somebody said, I thought the person who read the disclaimer part during a commercial that goes really fast, I thought they could just talk really fast. It wasn't until I was an adult that I realized they just edit it down that way.
Wait, Kale, I have one since working in radio. I didn't realize how many things you can record.
Yeah.
I genuinely believed somebody was sitting, we have spots go after, one after the other. I thought somebody was plugging them in every single time.
Yes.
I was worried when I accepted this job.
I mean, listen, when I first started here, we were on a computer system for playing those, but you did actually have to plug them into the computer one at a time because it was a computer that was not mouse controlled. It used DOS, so you used all keystrokes to give it commands. So you had to learn a lot. But before I was here too, there was what was called cart machines. It's kind of like a cassette player, but every commercial had its own little cassette thing, cart, and you would put it in this machine, hit start, and there was a few of them next to each other, so then you'd have the next one ready to go, the next one, then you keep switching out. So it used to be that way, but yeah, now it makes it a lot easier. It's like basically having your iTunes playlist on a computer, really. This one is kind of funny, but also kind of macabre. Somebody said, I didn't realize the little piggy who went to market was not going to the grocery store.
I saw that one. That one's me. That one's terrible.
That one's bad. This one I kind of actually fell for when I was a kid, too. I thought McGraw-Hill textbooks were made by Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. I mean,
that one I
fair enough. Like, it's kind of ironic. It's McGraw-Hill.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds that Tim McGraw and Faith Hill got married and there's McGraw-Hill textbooks?
Yeah.
Somebody said they thought Elton John was blind because of all the big sunglasses.
Okay, I can see that.
Fair enough. No, he's not. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's the blind one. This was I kind of didn't learn this till right around when I was an adult. When you're told not to operate heavy machinery because of certain medications, they mean cars.
Yeah, I thought forklift.
Yeah, right. I always thought like, bulldozers and excavators. Like, no, like you can't drive a car.
Yeah.
That medication. That's what that means. I mean, it also you don't want to like operate a crane, but also that includes cars. How about somebody said they thought Jimmy Buffett and Warren Buffett were just the same person that used two different names.
That's bad.
Warren Buffett's Margaritaville. Actually, I think Warren Buffett's would probably be more like Cosmopolitanville.
Yeah.
How about somebody said, I'm afraid as an adult I still have no idea what RSVP actually means. Do you know what RSVP actually means?
It's French.
It is
Yes.
French.
You knew that?
It's
Yeah,
from
I know it's. I don't know what it means, but
It's
I know
like
it's a French term.
Respondez s'il vous plaît. That
Yeah.
is what it is. Yes, which translates from French to English to respond if it pleases you. How about, this is funny, somebody thought that every song that was played on the radio, back to what we do, was being played live in the studio. Like, they had all the bands just lined up, ready to go. All right, here's Led Zeppelin. Take it away, guys. Take it away.
Yeah, okay, that's bad.
How about this? Did you know on your computer, if you could hit Control-Command-F, you can search a page?
Yes.
All right, you knew that. Did you know there's an arrow hidden in the FedEx logo?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Do you know the purpose of the hole in the pen caps? Every pen cap has a hole in it. There's a purpose to it. It's not just for looks.
Why?
That is so you don't choke on it if you accidentally swallow it. 'Cause a lot of people chew on their pens.
I bet. Yeah, that makes sense.
That way there's still open airway. And finally, and I thought of you, Ashley, and some of our team when I saw this one, not realizing that bless you after a sneeze actually has historical significance. Do you know why you say bless you after a sneeze?
No.
It goes back to the era of the plague.
Oh.
And so if you sneezed, people were afraid you may have the plague, so they would literally try to bless you so you wouldn't have the plague.
So backstory for everybody who's listening.
Please explain why sneezing made me think of you and a few of our teammates.
I sneeze a lot, apparently. And so Charlie and Wally, two of our teammates here, they are like convinced that I sneeze more than anybody. So in March, they started a sneeze counter. So up in Wally's office, there is a sneeze counter. So every time somebody like sneezes, you just hear, crap, mark it. And we have to go mark it. I have 15 sneezes in the month of April. I won last month by like an astronomical amount. So that is why we have a sneeze counter. But I have to ask you two, do you have a question of the week answer for us?
Now that I've listened and I actually have a couple.
Uh-oh.
So one is, and I just learned this recently, that all music is not, and it's recorded by each individual instrument and song and voice is all laid on a different tracks, and they put it together. I thought they just all, got in a room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of did too. So.
Yeah. So I learned that by watching that Taylor Swift documentary. I don't know.
That's so awesome that you watched that.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you a song that Taylor Swift sings, but I think she's a fabulous person, business person.
She is.
And has taken control of her life. And so.
Kale, he gets it.
He gets it. By the way, there's a lot of fun stuff about I went to school a little bit for recording technology, for like recording studio stuff. I didn't finish, but hence why I work in radio. But yeah, there's actually a lot of number one. They do sometimes they'll actually go in separate rooms and play together, but they'll only be like recording one of them. But yeah, a lot of times they'll go lay down the drum track, then they'll go lay down. But a couple of fun facts too about these recording studios: they are really, really specially designed and built. So for one, the one thing you probably didn't realize about them is when you're in those recording studios, and this is actually true for our studios too, if you look at the windows, because there's a lot of windows to be able to see through to the other rooms so you can communicate. But the windows, if you look, there's two panes of glass, and they're always different installed at different angles. Like one will be straight, one will be like this, or one will be this, and the one will be like this. And the reason for that is to dampen the sound.
Huh.
The other thing they do, the shapes of the rooms are also very specifically designed to help with the sound, and in most of them, at least in a well-designed one, all the cables that, like, let's say your production room with the board where they're mixing everything is in this room way on this end of the studio, and your vocals room is way on the other end, like 3 rooms away, and there's wires that run from the vocal room to the mixing room. In a good studio, it's most of the time when you wire something, you wire it up and like through a ceiling, things like that. But those are actually buried underground because otherwise they can actually pick up like radio frequency interference from the outside.
Huh.
Yep. A lot of special design stuff.
Yeah. Liz, what about you?
So for me, it took me quite a while to know what Cinco de Mayo actually meant. So I was like, oh, it's a day you go get a margarita.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you do. But they're like, do you actually know what it means? I was like, no, not at all. So I was like, well, they're like, well, you do know it happens on the 5th of May, like every year. I was like, oh, that's right. So I still have many friends that will.
I think you asked what day is Cinco de Mayo this year.
I believe I did ask that. So that was one of mine for sure. And now
hilarious.
I get haggled for it frequently still around that time.
I bet. It's coming up too.
It's definitely coming up. I expect my phone to be blowing up with a lot of text strings on that one. So.
That's awesome. All right, well, we are going to take our final break, and when we come back, we'll be hearing about what's going on in Dodge County. That's next.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Our Memorial Day sale is going on now, and it's our biggest one of all summer. Make sure that you stop in and get some amazing deals on all of your sleep needs. No one sells Sealy for less than us. Our Sealy Wintergreen mattress in the queen size is only $399, or the Safa Park Firm queen size mattress is on sale for $499. Now, if you need some adjustment in your life to make sure that you're more comfortable and pain-free, check out this amazing $999 Sealy Posturepedic mattress with free adjustable base. You heard it right, free adjustable base. No one sells Sealy for less than us. Take advantage of Purple discounts and save up to $1,500 on mattresses and power base. Save 40% off of select Nectar mattresses and get in-store bonus spending cash on Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and Stearns & Foster's qualifying mattresses with 72 months interest-free financing. Stop in and save big during our Memorial Sale going on right now at Slumberland Furniture, Beaver Dam, and Watertown.
Save big money on your next project now at Menards. Let the fresh air in and keep the bugs out with new door and window screen. They're easy to install, durable against the elements, and come in a variety of styles and sizes to fit your needs. Stop in to check out our huge selection of in-stock door and window screen today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Matt Heyer from Heyer Insurance and Estate Planning. Are you nervous about retirement? Has your income plan been battle tested? No worries. Call us at Heyer Insurance, where our team gets to know each client's individual story, and we educate how to solve problems while creating opportunities in the way that best impacts your retirement journey. We work closely with clients to develop comprehensive plans and manage them to optimize results. For a complimentary consult, call us 920-887-0580. And remember, when you want to retire, call Heyer.
This week's Mid-State Equipment WBEV FFA Student of the Week is Dawson Keene of Mayville High School. Dawson is the sentinel of the Mayville FFA, and his SAE project is working at Avena Healthcare as a dietary aide. Dawson has participated in high school bowling. After graduation, he plans to become a conservation officer. Congratulations to Dawson Keene of Mayville. He's this week's Midstate Equipment WBEV FFA Student of the Week.
Hey neighbor, this is Randy, owner of Professional Floor Covering, welcoming you back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Kale, we had a freeze warning last night, which was very uncool. But hopefully that does not stop our sports coming up here.
I know. We were just talking last night, like, hey, Wisconsin, any chance, like, it's going to be May on Friday?
Yeah.
Could we, any chance, like, we could hit, we could get, like, 65 or 70 degrees and sunny, and Wisconsin's like, best I could do is tornadoes last week, freeze warning this week.
Yep.
But honestly, the tulips are in full bloom right now. Between the tornado and wind events of the last week, 2 weeks, and the freeze last night and tonight, if you have any tulips left by this weekend, you have the most amazing tulips.
They're never dying.
Unbelievable. Yeah, freezing. Ugh.
What is going on?
Oh, I don't know. This is just spring in Wisconsin. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the cold hopefully won't stop the sports. I know obviously in high school, baseball, softball, you got the metal bats you got to think about a little bit, but
yeah,
hopefully it'll be warm enough in the afternoons at least, and enough sunshine that won't be a problem. But yeah, no high school sports coming up today, but we're back in action tomorrow with some softball action as Beaver Dam will host West Bend West. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the last year we actually have to clarify if it's West or East, because I think
you're right.
Yeah, they're combining schools, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
I can't remember if that's next year or the following year. But yeah, it's so West Bend West at Beaver Dam softball. That's tomorrow, 4:45 for the pregame. 5 o'clock is first pitch. Wally will be out there on the call for that one, so you can check that out. And, of course, you can always find all of our high school sports schedules on the sports page at DailyDodge.com. But we do still have some baseball today. It's not high school level. It's the Brewers. The Brewers are facing off against the Diamondbacks, and it's an afternoon game. I love a good afternoon game.
Oh, it's an afternoon game?
It is. It's an afternoon game today.
Is it on Apple TV?
I'd have to look.
Probably not.
But you know what it is on? It's on right here on 95.3 WBEV. I love sitting in the office and just having a Brewer game on in the afternoon in April and May. It's just the best. Just the best.
Exactly.
And we're getting some good news. We're gonna be getting a couple of good guys back to the lineup by next week. It looks like so.
Please.
Which is at this point looking pretty desperately needed. So we gotta shake this off. This little weird funk we've been. I mean, we haven't lost every game, but it hasn't looked great. So we need them back. We need to shake it off. Go into the weekend with some positivity. So yeah, Brewers hosting the Diamondbacks. Our pregame gets underway this afternoon at 12:05 here on 95.3 WBEV. And then we're getting into that time of year, Ashley, where there's just like so many fun events going on around our community. So many fundraisers and things. The weather's getting warm out. People want to get out. Well, it's supposed to be getting warm anyway. We talked about, it's not going to happen this week, but it's going to happen soon. A couple of things I wanted to mention coming up in the area. This Saturday, the Friesland Fire Department is hosting their 49th annual Chicken Barbecue. This is a really popular event. The chicken is awesome there. I know my buddy Craig helped out for it. I'll have to find out if he's working the chicken barbecue again this year. I know he helped out for a number of years, but that is this Saturday over at the Friesland Fire Station. They're going to be serving from 4 until 7 p.m. It's $13 in advance or $14 at the door. You can find tickets from any fire department member. They've also got it got tickets for you at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank at their Friesland location. So that's coming up Saturday from 4 to 7 over in Friesland. From there, we head up north to Markezan, where the Kiwanis Club of Markezan is presenting their 76th annual show coming up on Monday and Tuesday of next week. The theme is Spirit of 76. They're going to be celebrating 250 years of America. That's coming up Monday and Tuesday next week at 7 p.m. each night at the Marquezan Middle School gym. So you can go out and check out that show. It's going to be a great time. And, yeah, plenty of other stuff going on. We're going to talk about more tomorrow. And, yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah, we will be. Well, that's going to do it for us today. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
We are the Hoekstra Crew.